Come on, baby. Oh, there we are. What's going on, Jennifer Lacey?
Hello, how are you?
Good morning. What's happening, sister?
Well, we had some ice and snow here this week, so it's been a very stir crazy week of like kids not in school. So happy that things are getting back to normal. It's a little chilly, but we're good to go.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, it's still chilly. I drove in from Austin this morning. And I was like, oh, it's a little colder than I expected it to be. So
you were changing minds in Austin?
Yeah, I'm going to say this, even though it's going to sound like I'm bragging. I have a freaking amazing life and an amazing job, right? I get to work with super awesome people, twisting their brains a little bit, but also being motivated and inspired by them because they're ready to take on a new challenge and do things differently. And so I got to spend half a day yesterday with the team, Adolphson and Peterson, the Central Texas team in Austin. And I have, if I had to make a prediction, I would say that they are going to be doing some pretty impactful things.
Nice.
That is going to make them a standout business unit or region, however they're formatted within the bigger organization. But we'll see. Well, I may be just a little overly optimistic, but you and
I are very overly optimistic on things. I think that's how we continue to do the things we're doing.
Yeah. Well, how it is, right? Like when people want help, they receive the help, they internalize it, and you can tell, like, man, these people have the right. Yep. They're not looking for a silver bullet. They understand it's going to be work. They care about people. Like, it's just, man, I'm like, shoot, this is amazing. Anyway, so that was my day yesterday. Man, we already got people popping in the comments, Jen. What the world?
I know, I'm excited.
All right. Well, let's shout these people out, and then we got to do maybe we should tell folks what we're talking about first.
We do have a topic today. Laura, good morning. I get to hang out with Laura today later, so I'm super excited about that.
Oh, no bragging allowed, Jennifer Lacey.
You brag all the time. Whatever.
I do. Well, you know what? I get to hang out with Jim and all the Tally Riggins people here next month, doing some time self-management magic. Oh, yeah. And then we got Mike Chili Chows, who I also get to hang out with.
Look at that.
In a few weeks. What do you say, Jenna Jess? Oh, the Valentine. Oh, yeah. You know what? Thank you, Mike. Folks, Valentine's Day's coming. It is Jennifer's favorite holiday. So please take the time to send her a Valentine's card, a digital card, e-card, whatever it is. Do not forget about Jen this year.
Okay, can we go back and can we talk about the book a little, just maybe a moment of thank you, Mike, for the promotion and for reading it and for getting the book. Because if you don't know, Jesse and I wrote a book and it's been out there for a while, but it is tying lean to personal relationships and that you can use lean all over the place. It doesn't just have to be in construction or manufacturing and things like that. So he and I just kind of brought our experiences and different things together and we tie 5S to personal relationships. So cool book. If you need a gift for someone for a holiday coming up, you can go get it. But also, thank you, Mike. We appreciate that.
Yes. And actually, some people have commented that it helped them in their relationships.
Yep. Because you can read it together. It's kind of got study questions and little things at the end that you can kind of discussion questions and things like that. Yes.
And I'm going to add this. Don't do this. Don't buy it and give it to your significant other so they can treat you better. It doesn't work that way.
And you haven't read it. Yes.
It don't work that way. I tried it. It don't work. Oh, man. Okay. So we got the chief marketeer, Steve Martin, coming in from Connecticut. Yes. We got Miss Cindy, who is on fire. What's up, girl? She says, good morning. And then we got Daniel Kimmett coming in from YouTube land. Or is it Danielle? Maybe Danielle. Hopefully I said that right. Don't be mad at me. Okay. So you wanted handcuffs on the thumbnail.
I thought we have to do housekeeping first.
Yeah. So the title is Corporate Red Tape blocking
That's
talent.
your topic, not mine. You and I talk after each call, and we go, "Hey, here's some good topics for the next one." That's how we get our topics for our conversations. And you take whatever you and I just talked about and create some very diplomatic, bureaucratic, very nice way of saying something that we discussed, and then you create a visual, and then you put some tagline, and then the whole world goes, "What is happening right here?"
I love it.
That's really the process.
Yeah, that's that, folks. She's 100% accurate. What we're going to talk about is, like, there's a lot of you folks out there that are very active, and actually, thank you. I'm grateful that y'all show up on Saturday to come hang out. A lot of you watch the replays. There's a lot of lurkers out there, right? Like, I love that. And everybody that shows up here, the tribe are very influential people that have a lot of responsibility. But there are hundreds and thousands more that aren't visible. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the conversation that, not even people on the call right now, are like, I want to be more active, but my boss or a prior boss or the policy within the organization. And so there's a friction point that's keeping amazing people being an advocate for your organization. And we want to talk about that. That's what we're going to talk about. That.
And sometimes it's them, Jesse. Sometimes it's them. Like sometimes, yes, my company, yes, this, yes, that, yes, that. And yes, it could also be you're just using those reasons as an excuse.
Yeah. I mean, my answer is it's all of the above. It always is. To some degree, it's everything. But I want to really poke at the organizational corporate rules, the leadership behavior that adds to the friction.
Yes.
Because there are some freaking companies doing amazing things out there and nobody knows. And they're also struggling to get people. So we'll get to that, but we got to do housekeeping, Jen.
Yes, housekeeping. Okay, so if you are out there, and Danielle, I think you're one of them because I haven't seen you before, but if you're out there and this is the first time that you've seen Jesse and I pop up on your screen, or we were scrolling and you stopped and you're listening for us, if you've been on before, but you kind of just sat in the background, lurked a little bit, watched, but didn't engage in the conversation, or you've been gone for a bit and you're stopping back by, any and all, we ask you to put a blue heart in the comment because it lets us know that you're new, and we want to acknowledge you and celebrate you for being here because we appreciate you, because we don't know who's out there unless you comment. So unless there's something in the comments, we don't know that you're listening, and we're not asking you to divulge all your secrets. But if you just put a blue heart, it lets us know you're there. And then you can add your secrets later. That's okay. Just do it later in the live stream. And so if you do that, we can celebrate you, but also our tribe, our No BS tribe, can also jump in and love on you and celebrate you and also engage with your content, because that is what we want to do, is build a community that is helping each other. So that is our ask. And when you do that, every time a comment goes in, you get put into a drawing, our randomizer that will put you in the drawing to win 1 month of getting to hang out with Jesse and I on 2 different platforms that we try to continue building this community, our emotional bungee jumpers and our cultivation crew, which are helping with skills and also helping you connect and learn and listen and all the things that we all suck at a lot. So there we go, Jesse.
I love it. And guess what? We got a blue heart coming in from YouTube land. Daniel Signs 9191. Thank you. Hit them up, follow, support, all the good things. And folks, if y'all like, just want to give you a little more detail. The cultivation crew, we're fixing to start another cycle of like focal point. And the one that we're kicking off is cultivating leadership buy-in.
I mean, that's a good tie into our topic today.
I think it's very closely related. So if you don't get selected in the randomizer, you can still be a part of that community. DM me, drop a comment in the thing. I could send you a link to sign up. It's a paid community. There's a lot of amazing people there. And we do some, like Jen said, really intentional, meaningful skill development on the stuff that makes us a better leader and a better human in general. So you're invited to sign up for that, and or just cross your fingers and hope you win the randomizer, which we will do at the top of the hour. So should we start talking about?
Okay, now what is the topic? What are we talking about today?
So again, the topic is corporate red tape blocking talent acquisition, which sounds fancy, right? And so here's why I framed it that way, right? Talent acquisition, social media is like the cheapest in terms of dollars, the cheapest way to attract talent, right? We all know networking and connecting with awesome people, having fun, goofing off. Yes, you can use it for that. But in terms of signaling to other candidates, very talented people that are with other organizations, that there are awesome people that work for this company, social media is the way to do it. So, but I know me personally, there was a period of time when I had real job that I was very hesitant about posting because the marketing department would overreact, or one of the managers would be very critical about somebody else's post. And so, or like straight up, the social media policy was like, holy shit, like I'm going to freaking get sued by my company. That was the feeling it gave me. And so like in my head, like the best marketing asset in terms of talent acquisition is your happy, growing and thriving employees. But if they can't voice how happy and how much growth they've had, you're missing, like organizations, companies, leaders, whatever, they're missing all of that cream. But they're also, it's kind of their fault. That is the proposition here, Jen. What do you think? Am I just talking smack?
No, and I have so many perspectives just all across the board. One, I work for a big corporation, and I'm very visible on LinkedIn. And I also am in a role in my company that I get to sit in a room for a day with all of our new hires. So all the people that come and work for us, I get to be in a room with them and ask them questions specifically on why they're there. Like I get to play around with that. And so I have a lot of perspectives on the value of our people and what they're doing, but also the platform. So yes, to all the things.
Yes. Now I'm straight up. Has there ever been one person that said, I was interested in Robbins and Morton because I saw you and the stuff that you talk about on social media?
Yes, I have been the person that when they applied, they said, this is why I'm applying and this is where I found her.
Yep.
Yes, I do know that has at least happened one time.
Okay. And does Robbins and Morton employ more than you?
They do a lot, like over 900 plus salaried employees and over 1,200 plus with hourly and salary.
Yeah. Yeah. So my point is, right, like that's 1,199 other people that could be attracting amazing talent, right? And my theory or hypothesis is based on this. People want to work with freaking cool people.
Yes.
People want to work with smart people.
Yes.
I mean, another way to think about it is people know who they don't want to work with.
Yes.
Right. And so like the inverse of that, if I'm an individual that doesn't like high energy, vulnerable conversation, and I see your content, ain't no way I'm going to go to that company because they got freaks like that.
Yes.
Right. But if I do, it's a signal. It's the lighthouse, right? That's like, hey, come here.
Yes.
It's not the polished post that says we're hiring and we've been in business for 3,000 years. Like, I don't give a shit. Do your people suck? Because if they suck, I don't want to work with them. And if you have awesome people, guess what? I want to go work with awesome people too. Daniel says 100% agree. I love it. And then we have another troublemaker.
Good morning. Hi, Gary. How are you? I know she's trying to get her hands in some stuff to
She's doing
some
really good things.
Getting herself out there more, which I'm so excited about.
Yes, and which like her, I may be wrong, Dr. Carey, so straighten me out if I am, but like her angle is talent retention through professional development, internal training, et cetera, within the organization. So like that's another element. Right now we're talking how to get them in. If you need help on how to keep them, hit up Dr. Carey because she will hook you up.
Yes.
Oh my God, we got a lot of comments.
Come on,
Okay.
come on.
So we got Linda Clark. Linda, welcome back.
Yes.
She was an instigator, troublemaker. And I'm so glad for her to be back. So, sister, you already know. Bring your quick. She don't play, and she's snowed in, and she's armed with caffeine. So she may be a little stir crazy, but girl, you bring it. I love it. And then Mike Chili Childs, he says, "Amen. It's all about people. It's relationships that get buildings built." 100%. Yes. Okay. So I feel like we're clear about why framing the subject. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So let's poll the audience and ask them to give us some insights.
Yeah. So here we go, people out there in the Omniverse. Why does being visible on LinkedIn feel risky? Right. And I want to all answers welcome, but think of it more in terms of why does it feel like. What concerns do you have professionally within your organization that make it feel risky? And I'm saying LinkedIn, but it doesn't have to be LinkedIn. It could be YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, like all of the things. But do you have a sense of like, my boss might get mad at me. I might I'm worried about what the social media policy, like, what is it about being visible, being more active that feels risky to you? Maybe professionally is another way to think about it. I think, is it obvious, Jen, that I'm not too concerned about that anymore?
Okay. Well, yes. And I think you could also, Jesse, share with our audience that you haven't always been exactly where you are right now.
Yes.
So maybe some perspective there.
Yeah. Well, Sarah says, "What's up? No BS. It's snowing here in Atlanta." Remember last time when we went to her castle?
Gosh, yes, we were. It was snow and ice and everything. Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, I have not always been as wild, I'll say, in terms of what I post, how frequently I post, and whatever, because I had a real job. Part of early on, it was just because I thumbed my nose up at people that did that, right? Like I had a thing where I judged people for self-promoting. I've gotten over that, and I think there's a way to do it, and I do it in my own style. And I think there's a way that still I don't appreciate, but that's a whole separate issue. When I started, here's the real life example. When I first started the Learnings and Missteps podcast, which was 4 or 5 years ago, I knew that I had to post about it so people would know it exists and listen to it. Mm-hmm. But I was very, very intentional about keeping it a secret at work. And then Mike Kyman, my boss at the time, came up to me and he's like, "Jesse, why don't you why aren't you why aren't you telling everybody here about your podcast?" And I'm like, "Oh shit, you know about it?" He's like, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, because, the social media policy." And it had a lot of words, and it felt like there was enough space in there for I could get in trouble for it, and maybe it's my job, right? Which was a part of it. Now, what actually added heat to that was there were a couple of people in the marketing department that would lose their mind over, from my perspective, completely overreact about a post about, different things. And I'm like, it's not worth all of that. Now, looking back on what I've learned in terms of being visible and it was absolutely worth it. I should have done it. So I really didn't have a grasp on the value of being visible, not just for me, but for the company, et cetera. But more importantly, the friction point was that it was okay, we have this policy that's kind of I don't exactly know what it says, but it doesn't say don't worry about it. And then I have these people that have a lot of influence that are I mean, their reaction to shit is like, just forget it. I don't want to do that. And so it took me a while to kind of build the courage to do it more. The sky never fell down, but there was a lot of that friction that I felt was coming organizationally. Again, like you said at the beginning, a lot of it was internal, like it was in my head and I had to come to terms with it. But my thing is, companies and leaders can take steps to remove the friction. And I don't think that's happening enough. So what do you think about that, Jen?
Oh my gosh, yes, I have 1,000 things to say about that. So yes, all of the things, and I love that you ended with, and the company's not removing the friction, because my response is my experience is a little bit, it navigates through that, but it still ends up in the same spot. Is yes, I'm a little visible on social media. And yes, it's because mainly I hang out with this knucklehead over here. And so, I mean, so for me, there's a couple of things. Is you and I saw a need for something and we leaned into it. And early on, and you know this, and if you don't know, and Jesse's going to tell you to go back and look, you don't have to. Like early on, as we were starting to live stream and do some of the things we were doing, I was very cognizant of having a full-time job with a big company, with a bigger firm. Like I was very cognizant, very aware, but also my background is marketing. So I think I had a little bit of extra skills coming in that maybe some people don't. So it's like, I don't want to overshadow that. Coming in is scary when you're trying to start being visible. I also was very trained on how to make yourself look and what that looks like and what to say, what not to say. So, but Jesse, I was very intentional, and you know this, on keeping them separate. So like Jesse and I would only live stream after work hours. Jesse and I would only be somewhere that I didn't have to like justify, is it work? Is it not work? Is it Jesse? Is it fun? Like all the things. Like I was very aware of that because I didn't want there to be any crossover, because I loved what we were doing. I also didn't want there to be someone questioning it. It was not someone questioning it or even telling me what I could or couldn't do. It was me wanting to make sure I'm walking the line because of this entity that I didn't know how they would react. Very similar to you and Mike.
Yep.
And I think for me, so we just kept doing what we were doing. And in the moment, not that it answers the question, but it was just me. I think Sarah said that self, you're kind of the things that, how did she say it? Self-limiting beliefs. So sometimes it's us. And so, but that's not really all we're focusing on today.
Right.
Is you and I wrote a book. We were promoting live streams. We were doing no BS. We created a platform. And the moment for me is I'm keeping these things separate. I'm doing so good. I've got separation. There's no crossover here. I'm not going to have to worry. And as I'm visiting our leaders for a meeting or something, one of them goes, "Oh, I bought your book and I'm reading it." And I'm telling you, like every part of me, it was a moment of like fear and like, oh crap. Like, and it was me, but I was just like, they're watching. They're seeing the things I'm doing. Jesse, like, why was that not something that I thought about? Or, I mean, I don't know. But in that moment, then it opened up a conversation and there was no hesitation. There was no, hey, watch out, do this. So for me, that was a moment that made me stop and like have to self-reflect, but also start asking questions and start kind of pushing them a little bit on, I didn't realize that. And what are you doing? And what are you watching? And a lot of them may be in the background watching and lurking and things like that. But it made me realize that I'm not as smart as I think I am.
Yeah, no, I think it's important. What stands out, like, yes, we're just going to assume there are some things in our head, some limiting beliefs and all of those things, insecurities, whatever, that add friction. That's everybody, right? I mean, I still have problems with it now sometimes, but I'm like, it's not that big a problem. But I have to deal with it. But there are some things organizationally, right? Like you and I both shared a situation. We're super visible, right? We probably make people sick of us.
Yes. To the point they think you're in my pocket half the time.
Right. And then we find out like they like it. They're okay with it. It's like, oh shit. Like, so my point is, there was no signal that said, hey, we value this.
Yes.
The signal was, this is risky, this is dangerous. So we kind of held back. And then we finally saw like, oh shit, okay, well, let me do more of that. And so if you're a leader, a decision maker out there within an organization, I hope you're picking up on this, because it may be your behavior, it may be your policies, it may be, you know, all of those things. And you may have some super awesome people out there that will resonate and attract more people. So let's go to the comments.
Can I just really quick before we move on, because I know I see all the stuff in the comments, but two things happened after that moment of like me realizing that it was bigger than just Jennifer and Jesse over here in this little pocket of something. One is somebody in communications reached out and said, hey, we want to share with the company like the book that you wrote, and like wanted to share it in an internal kind of a blog type thing, which I thought was really cool. And then I had another leader in a business unit say, hey, we're doing a study action team on your book.
Yeah, I remember that.
So like things like that started happening, and they were excited. Yep. And I think for me, it was like those were other things that were communicating to me like, oh, like some of this is just Jennifer, and some of it is because of things that have happened, or it's an organization, and you automatically default because no one's communicating that it's okay.
Right. And then, again, little blind spot. Maybe you're just not saying it's okay. And that like that for me, that was it. All he had to do was like, dude, you should like, well, hell, if I get my ass handed to me, I'm as Mike said, right? Like then, you know, have a buffer there.
Yes.
But here's again,
Lisa, come on.
Linda, she says, the risk is you've been talked to about what content you did engage with. Folks that don't trust their people to have opinions control. We've had that happen.
Yeah, we've had people who've said, I engaged in your chat during your live stream, and someone saw it and actually reached out to me after because of something I wrote in a comment on your live stream. Yep.
So that's the manager, right? That's reacting in a, I was going to say freaking overreacting.
Yeah, control.
It's a control thing. Yes. Daniel showing he ain't playing. He says, so I work for a big refinery company that has been big in the media for years. And that's why he doesn't post more on the YouTube, because it looks like he's a YouTube user. Yes, that's a thing, right? Let's see. Steve Martin says, well, it feels risky because you open up the possibility for others to twist or misdirect your message. What do you think about that, Jen?
Well, I mean, yes. And even like Jacob, which I think Jacob's new because I don't know him. He's maybe a blue heart. People mixing up words will always be real. Like it's another comment that in my mind, when you're putting it out there, just like when you text somebody versus having a conversation with them, like people can take your words and they can interpret and they can turn it around. I mean, I've had people that without realizing it, like we capture a lot of comments and then we share them and we're excited about our people. And then someone comes in and goes, hey, you said this, you wrote this. It's documentation that you're with no context. They're not on the live stream. They don't know what we're talking about. And then someone makes a comment. And then all of a sudden this comment is what is glorified without having any idea of the conversation. It's just like life. It's just like social media personally, when people make comments. I mean, I feel like there's so much that it keeps people from doing it.
Yes. And I think I'm going to hammer this a few times. It feels like the block, it's not about honestly, rewrite your damn policy, because it ain't freaking 1995 anymore, people. But it doesn't have to be a restructuring of your corporate marketing freaking strategy and rewriting your policy and creating a department. Just let people know it's okay. Let people know you're supportive. Why? So that you can attract talent. Like There's a lot of reasons to do it, but everybody knows. And here's really like the future that I'm working to build, right, for this world that we're in, is I know that I work with some amazing forward-thinking leaders. And the significant advantage that they have is that they appreciate their people. Like they have systematized, designed appreciation into their operation. And so they attract people. And those people are thriving and growing and contributing. Those types of leaders are going to win. They're currently winning. They're going to continue to win the talent game, which is going to mean they win the construction game. Some of those amazing leaders have advocates that are highly visible. Some of them are not. They do not. And I want all my people out there that are providing that kind of an experience for their people to win. But I want them to know, like, come on, guys, y'all have some stuff that's in the way. Like you have whatever your head count is in terms of employees that could be like very light load, be more visible, be more engaging on the social media, and bringing you really awesome people. That's what I want. And more, and then, so like, okay, what's the inverse of that? The inverse of that is there's a whole bunch of really talented people out there that are stunted in their growth because they're working for freaking dirtbag companies that don't value them, that don't invest in them. And I want those people to find fertile ground so that they can grow and continue to transform this industry. That's what we're talking about. How do we give them the green light and maybe a little gas in the tank so that they can go out there and talk about the amazing things that are available in construction? Because right now it's the small percentage. And I want to make it bigger. Is that too big an idea, Jen?
It's not, Jesse. And I feel like when I can speak to this from it happened organically. It didn't happen because the company said, we're going to support this. We're going to give you resources. We're okay with this. That is not what happened. But I think organically it happened. And now here's the big thing is right now, if people see me on social media or they see us on social media and they're in the industry and they're hurting or they're struggling or they're not okay, I'm just going to tell you, if you don't know this already, the first thing they'll do is they're going to go look and see where I work. Like they're going to click on my profile. They're going to go look and see where I've worked. They're going to see that I've been there for 22 plus years. Like it just is what it is. That you can't control that. I can't control that. That's what they're going to do. Yep. So you have people out there, or you have people internally that feel, that really represent your firm, don't represent your firm. You don't know how they represent your firm, all the things, but you know that you need people. And I don't know a construction company right now in our industry that doesn't need people, that doesn't need good people. Yes. I don't know anybody that, I don't care if you're a trade, if you're a GC, I don't care. Like, it doesn't matter. Architecture firm, engineering firm, like it doesn't matter. Everybody needs people. And you're going to get people that are going to apply to ads, that are going to apply to job postings. You're going to get people to do that. But you have this pool of people that are out there every day scrolling, looking, liking, commenting on things. And if they see somebody that's like, I believe in that, I agree with that, I want to be able to be excited about my job like that. I mean, like, they're probably going to be a different tier of people.
Yes. Amen. So if you didn't catch that, rewind and write it all down because we need it. And Jacob, welcome, Jacob. I know I'm connected with Jacob. He's probably been here before, but he posts some stuff and I interact with him a bunch. He says, nice call out. We have to envision the culture we want and guide our policies toward it. That's a part of it, right? Like, it's not going to solve it all because then you still have people that are scared and nervous and shy or whatever. But that's your part as the leader, as the influencer within the organization, which ties to Carrie's point. Maybe it's a question. She says, Jen, what was the org culture that contributed to your questioning how you should show up, like your fear or the oh crap moment?
And I this is a great question. And Jesse, we keep, like, part of it was me on just where I'm not saying I was new to the whole very, very visible, but there were some things you and I were doing that I had pushed me a little bit out of my comfort zone. And I was somebody in a position in my company that maybe the things they'd shared or the things that they'd done, I wasn't sure if, if they were going to be in line. And I'm going to just be honest. I hang out with Jesse. I talk with Jesse. I show up to places with Jesse. I wrote a book with Jesse. If you don't follow just him and you follow just us, he shows up differently than I do. I'm just going to tell you if you don't know that already. And when we're in person, when we're presenting, when we're on the screen, when we're sharing things on social media, I mean, we jive. We are, again, we're yin and yang. It is what it is, but we do not show up the same. Maybe vulnerable. That's maybe the only thing we do the same, but we don't. That's a little scary when a lot of people inside my firm are on a, get to watch an interaction where Jesse may throw a cuss word out there. Jesse may say something that's not so politically correct. Like that to me was the biggest fear. And he knows it. I've said it to him before that like he had to, and again, because this was important to him and because this is what he wanted to do, he held back a little bit early on, but again, that was my fear. And it wasn't anything my company said, don't do it, or you can't do it, or we have a company culture. We're, just like you have a company culture that supports their people, but also like I'm not in a room cussing and being very vulnerable to everybody. Yeah. And so the persona is like, I don't want to get in trouble. And I don't want someone to go, and part of it, even though I think it's in the back of my head that I didn't realize later, I don't then want to go, you can't do it anymore. Yeah. I don't even know what I would have done if someone said, you can't be on a screen with Jesse anymore because he's a hoodlum. Like, I don't know what I would have done.
I love it. Well, just mute me or something. I love it. Awesome, Jen. Thank you. Beautiful. Realities I think that a lot of people on out there in the tribe are wrestling with, right? And look, we got him. Daniel says book. Yes, the book is Lean in Love later this afternoon. Well, you actually, YouTube
somebody can probably do it. Somebody send a link. There you go. It's on Amazon. Lean in Love.
Yes.
Just personal relationships, all the things. Like somebody will put a link in there for
yeah. Good call, Jen. Daniel, thank you. He's like, sign me up. I'm in. I love this. Awesome. Welcome to the Troublemaker.
Yes.
Now, okay. So Linda, again, she says, and yes. So folks here, like if we're picking on, if you're feeling like I'm picking on you, it's because I am. Mm-hmm. But we also want to give you some help. And here's some help straight up from Linda. She says, the green light is intentionally have some folks do it. And then others see them not have stinky consequences. It's not enough to just say it's okay. Prove it. Gangster.
I'm telling you right now, right now, all new hires come in and spend a day with me, Jesse. Like I've already told you that. And part of my training in that class is going through our guidelines for social media. It's not a policy. Be very clear. We do not have a policy for social media. We have guidelines. And, just the lenses and things to think about. They have me the one telling them. So they have this person who is very visible, very out there, very doing some crazy stuff. And I'm the one talking to them about social media. To me, that's a different conversation than somebody in HR, somebody in marketing. And so not that it's saying, go do it, but it is me talking to them about it so I can answer questions. I can give them a little bit more insight. That's not saying that's all of it and that they're proving it. But to me, that's a step different than, okay, here's our policy. Let us know if you have any questions.
Yes. I like it.
We only hit one question.
We're only on one question. Yeah. Like this is awesome. So since Linda started the ball rolling, I'm going to pop this one up there so that we can get some more pointers for like leaders. So you as like folks out there as an individual, like if you're a leader, take the leader hat off. and just think of you and maybe your coworkers, your colleagues out there. Like, what would you change inside your organization? What would you recommend or suggest? Linda gave a freaking awesome suggestion for visibility on social media to feel safe, right? And I think that's exactly what Linda was talking about, right? It's like, hey, get some psychos, like, everybody's got a psycho, and say, hey, you should be, we want to support you, please post, and, we're not going to be mean to you. Mm-hmm. Because then people are going to say, oh, you got away with that? Like, well, shit, I could do it too, right?
When you say it like that, I got away.
And so, please, No BS Tribe, let them drop it in the comments. What would you change? What would you suggest? What would need to happen? Maybe another way to think about it is what kind of signals will tell you it's okay? I can do this. I'm not it's not going to be the end of the world. Because I honestly, yes, I'm being critical of leaders in the corporate thing, but I believe that they want that. They just don't know how to operationalize it. They don't know how to make it happen. They think they're saying, no, it's okay. So any tips? You got any tips for them, Jen?
Well, no, but I want to challenge you, because I know you tell me when we talk about this topic, because we talk about it a lot, is it's great that they're even not reprimanding people, but are they promoting it? Mm-hmm. So and you've made very intentional efforts on, yes, Jennifer, that's great that Robbins Morton lets you do that. Are they engaging in your content? Are they reposting? Are they not just you, but your people? Are they doing those things? And to me, that it's a little thing that obviously takes some effort from their point, but also they have to, they're promoting it to a point of yes, not just, we're not getting on to you, we're going to allow you to do that. And you and I've had this conversation intentionally. Very, very, how are you being intentional? Yeah. And so part of it is, yes, if you go and I want you to talk about this, but for me personally, for the longest time, and I've been on social media for a while, more recently, I've had not just the company page reposting or sharing or tagging or commenting, but our executive leadership has. Yep. So again, that's where I've started seeing a little bit of a shift of the prove it kind of thing. But I know your thought in very much on how are you helping promote it?
Yeah, I think here's my easy, because I'm lazy, right? Mm-hmm. And you said it, but very tactical. So if you're out there, you're like, man, I want my people to be more active because I want to have the awesome people, but I don't know how to make that happen. Just like Jen said, if you got somebody in your team that works for your organization that is posting, easy, hit right? Hit heart, hit something, just do the clicky. Because like Jen said, to you, it may seem like it's this is dumb. You have no idea how motivating and exciting that is for the person that's posting.
Yes.
And maybe this is a side punch for all the lurkers out there. I love when people heart and all the things. It really oh my God, they don't hate me. For real, it's
they see me. Listen, they see me. And that's what somebody said. This was a conversation I had recently, and I was on a call, and someone was like, what's different now than what 3 or 4 years ago? Somebody was asking that question on the call. Somebody else answered for me. She's seen now. They see me. Again, and she was right, but I didn't think about it she goes, now she's being seen. Yeah. That's what that is. A comment, a repost. Someone sees you.
Yes. And that's a big deal. It's a big ass deal. So hit the like button. Okay. Number one. Number two, you could comment. Mm-hmm. Right. And I think there's a little more value if you drop a comment, not just for impressions, but you drop a comment and I go and look at that post and I say, oh man, their boss or the CEO or COO or CMO or whatever sees Like, oh, they support, like that was cool, and the boss is cool. Like it sends like we interpret things differently. Very light lift, right? You could make it a 10-minute activity once a week to go into LinkedIn, search employees of whatever company you work for, and freaking just turn your brain off and hit like on all their stuff.
Yes.
And comment on a couple of things. And the potential is massive. So that's the second thing. The third thing you can do is repost the thing. If now this is where it gets a little like, okay, if you agree with it, you support the idea, whatever it is, repost it. Now I want to be super clear on anything they post, not just the company party post, right? Like anything they post, because what it is like they're showing their personality, what they care about, who they are, right? There's some degree of authenticity in there. And if you repost it, that's a bigger signal. Like, I support my people. This is something I'm aligned with. And I think it's important enough for my network to see it, which that starts sending signals to your other employees. Like, well, hell, I want to get my stuff shared too. And so it starts building this momentum. Yeah. And then the last one that I think is a little scary, because I understand, marketing and all that crap. Repost it through the organization's page. Right. And hell, talk smack. Like, look, this is the kind of people we got here. If you ain't got people like this over there, you need to hit us up. Like, you don't have to use that language, but you could really amplify that. Yeah. Right. And so, like, I feel like those are real easy tactical things that influence.
They matter. It's like they're so. You know this. There's times when I send you a bunch of screenshots and a link and look at this. Right now, there are people out on social media that engage with my content and have put me on top 10 lists. And here's the companies you should go work for. And here's people out there that are like, and I've never interacted with them in person. I don't even work for them. They don't work for me. I'm not doing stuff purely because of the platform and engagement and what they see. They are promoting where I work and what I'm doing purely because of things that I've shared. Mm-hmm. Like I'm not saying it's that simple, but it's like people are recognizing it, and then they're like elevating you without you having to pay for any advertising money. It's like all of those things that they're doing it mainly because of how I'm showing up.
Yes. So here's an idea. Steve, the chief marketeer, just dropped. And I'm going to build on this. He says, rather than tell new hires, here's the social media policy, read it during onboarding, create an interactive session and discuss it. So I'm going to go another, like, instead of reading the social media policy, tell everybody in the onboarding session, take out their damn phone, take pictures of each other and post a takeaway from today's onboarding session. Right, because marketing for the onboarding and that you actually do onboarding and it's day one, you're still in the honeymoon, so people are excited and happy. And it sets the stage for them to experience like, oh, like y'all are about this life. And the sky's not gonna fall down. I mean, that I like that, Steve. Thank you for that one. We got Big Daddy Hattie. He says, love y'all. I love me too, Adam. All right. So, man, we got 12 minutes.
Dang it.
We shared some awesome cheat codes for people out there to start doing. Here's another thing I want to like. Leaders like Mike Chow, I know, are like, they're going to make shit happen. And so what I want to kind of plant in people's heads right now, if you have departmental responsibility, project responsibility, corporate responsibility, like, do what you can within your circle of influence, right? This isn't about rewriting some freaking corporate policy. Mm-hmm. You can make a change by signaling to people, right? I mean, we got a lot of superintendents, project directors, et cetera, that are on this call, project managers, when you're onboarding trades. Hey guys, take a picture of each other. Right now, I know there are some clients out there. They're like,
absolutely,
like negative,
like outside the room, on the job site, that kind of stuff, for sure. Yeah.
But there's a lot that aren't, and you can advocate for the culture, not just or corporately, but on your project, which is valuable to you guys. Like, come on, slackers.
Jesse, it's simple, and again, I don't want to oversimplify it, but you and I are there's a lot of photos of you and I out there only because you and I take a lot of selfies.
Yes.
And if it's just in a room on a job site, recently you visited one of our job sites, you took a selfie with the superintendent. You didn't have to capture what was going on inside the gate, all the things that we sometimes we have to be careful. Like sometimes it's just hey, here's where I'm at, here's who I'm with. Yep. And here's the things we're talking about. Here's the things we're discussing because we want the industry to be better. Like it could be that simple.
Yes. And we got to make it easier. My point is this: make it easier for your amazing people to be seen, because that's going to help you. Like there's business value in it. Now, I'm going to put this up on, and I'm going to ask you, Jen, before I share this, and also folks out there in the Omniverse. I'm going to frame this. This comment comes from somebody with extreme, like a high level of influence and authority within the organization. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that he means it one way or the other. Mm-hmm. But what I'd like to know is when you read this statement, does it make you feel confident about posting, or does it make you say, ooh, I don't know. Is it a green light, a yellow light, or a red light? Maybe that's a way to think about it. So here it is. And Mike, I'm not accusing you. I want to run a little experiment. So Mike says there is no off button in this digital age. You always represent your company, your community, your family, etc. It's not fair, but we need to remember it is true that people make judgments about who you are and your company are based off one comment or opinion. So the question is, is that a green light to being active? Is that a yellow light for you, or is that a red light for you to start posting and being more visible on social media?
Are you asking me?
I'm asking you, sister.
I'm not looking at it as red, yellow, or green. I'm looking at it as confirming. Like it's just confirming. None of that do I disagree with.
Right.
And so for me, when I'm having these, like, again, because of who I am, because of my role, because of very much probably very similar to Mike and the things like that, it's a lens I cannot turn off. It's a lens for me. It's very confirming that when I'm doing this, going through it's representative of me. It's representative of my company. Am I representing them? Am I being very clear that I am not representing them? I'm right. Saying this about when I'm and I don't share a lot about my daughters unless it's a very personal, vulnerable thing. Yep. It doesn't really have to do with my company.
Yeah.
It's like being intentional on when I'm representing them and when I'm not. For me, it's a lens that it is always there. It is always, he says that there's no off button. I just need to be intentional on what I'm representing.
Yep. Good. Excellent point. I'm going to say if I had a real job and I know how much authority Mike has, that would be a caution to me. Okay. That would be a very solid.
That makes sense. It does.
You better watch your shit. Or maybe even a red light. It's not a green light for me.
Yeah.
My point we haven't got a lot of comments in about it yet, so they'll probably trickle in. But my point is this. Mike may be saying, hey, this is just a framework, green light framework, but it may not be having that impact.
I agree.
It may not be sending that signal. And so if you're a decision maker, influencer out there within your organization, you got to be explicit, right? Like, we want you to be more active, and I want to support you in your posting. And here's a framework to keep in mind, right? Because if you just send the framework, I'm like, oh, you're telling me no. You're warning me without warning me, right? You're doing that executive Jedi mind trick where you're not going to say no, you're not going to say yes, but you said something, so now I'm hanging on the hook. Again, Mike, I appreciate you, bro. I'm not judging you. I'm just using this as an example. We got a troublemaker. He says, great topic. Listening from the Deuce Time, baby. That's my brother right there. What's up, man? Okay, we got 6 minutes. Shit, man. In 6 minutes, we're going to do the randomizer. So if you're lurking and you're out there and you haven't commented, right now's the time so that you can get in the randomizer and get a free 1 month access pass to Cultivation Crew and Emotional Bungee Jumpers. But before that, we got our next question. You ready, Jen?
Yes, I'm ready.
I'm throwing you under the bus. This is your question. Says,
it is my question.
And this is for the leaders. Mm-hmm. Why do we trust our people with clients, budgets, and safety, but hesitate to trust them with a LinkedIn post? And I'm going to go another layer deeper, Jen. This isn't just for our leaders. This is for marketing leaders. What do you think about that? Uh-oh.
Well, yes. And I want to give some framework as to why the question I think is important is a lot of the policies or a lot of even the guidelines have to say like our clients could be reading your stuff. Our customers could be those are whether it's the policy or the guideline or whatever. Like we want to make sure we're representing ourselves well. Okay. And so I want to give context is we have leaders that we trust on our projects for 200, 100, $500 million projects. I'm just going to say, and they are in rooms every day with not just their internal teams, but with all the stakeholders, and they are having conversations, and they are out, doing a lot of things that are representative of the budget, schedule, quality, safety, all the things that matter every day, interacting with people that could change an opinion in a heartbeat. Okay. And for whatever reason, because in our minds, there's no off button for the digital age and it's there and it's staying there, we somehow glorify, but that's just in a small subset. And those are the only people that they're influencing. And if we put it out there, it's bigger.
Yep.
And like in our minds, yes, that like in our minds, we can see the small subset of a project. And we're not thinking about, yes, in a room that those people are then going to go to other projects and those people are going to go to other projects. And then we have people within our firms that are now leaders that started out under someone that had an opinion, had a thought, shared it. Like if we think we're containing it at a job site level or at a project level because, it's not socialized, you are fooling yourself. Like, yes, I'm going to tell you, and again, that's the misconception of social media too. There are more people right now that are getting influenced by one of our project leaders on a job site than I'm influencing them because of who's engaged with them and what they're doing. And, and the people that interact with my stuff. I'm just going to say that I believe that. It doesn't stop me, and my reach keeps growing. But like your people in those positions, running budget, schedule, quality, safety, interacting in OAC meetings, like they are influencing things, and they are giving opinions and perceptions that like you're not even in the room. You don't even know what they're saying on social media. You at least know the message they're giving.
Yeah. I mean, beautiful comparison. Because they're freaking doing it all day, every day.
Yes.
Like it's happening, man. The difference is on LinkedIn is now you see it. Yes. Because your ass ain't never out on the site. You don't know how I'm interacting with the trades or the client or the inspectors. But if I post about it, it already happened. Now you just happen to know. Yes. Like that the issue is not the post. The issue is you don't know what's going on. Like again, I'm just gonna kind of go hard on this because I want people to say shit, okay, maybe. It's only because now it's in your realm of awareness.
Yes.
It has been happening. And like I'll speak for myself. Have I been rude, dismissive to clients when I had a real job? Shit, yeah, I did. Do they remember that? Hell yeah, they did. Did I post about it? No. So does that mean it didn't happen? No. Right? But if I would have posted about it, the marketing police are going to come out and everybody else at BD sales, they're all going to freak out. And the reality is like the damage is, I already did it, dummy. I'm just documenting it now. So
on the flip side, Jesse, right? Like, but there's the flip side of that also. Like, not just that you did something you shouldn't have done or that you shared it, you said something you shouldn't have said. On the flip side of that is you're also a moment somebody interacts with it with one post of yours could go, it's a perception that represents a bigger demographic.
Yes. But again, folks, it's kind of crickets right now, so maybe I hurt some feelers. And good. I hope I did. Mike says ripples of influence, 100%, right? Like and it could be negative influence, it could be positive influence. That's a whole other conversation. But the point is this: like, what are you doing to empower? I think I lost it, but Carrie said this earlier. Like, what are the organizations doing to empower people to be advocates, to be visible, so that you can attract top talent and all of that other good stuff? And you said, again, I love the question. Why do we trust our people? Why do you trust your people with clients to manage multi-million-dollar budgets, the safety of other human beings, but then you want to handcuff them about what they can or cannot post on freaking LinkedIn? Like, if that's not a reality check, I don't know what to tell you guys. And that wasn't my question. That was Jen's question. And look, my comment says, love you guys. So I don't know if you were here at the beginning, Mike, but I was shouting you out because you gave me some wind beneath my wings early on when I launched the podcast. And that's the kind of leadership behavior that'll help people get there. So should we do
randomizer. Let's do it. Yeah.
Okay, so we got 15 people that are in the randomizer, and if you get selected, is it showing? Yeah, yes. It's showing. Okay, it's time to go randomizer. Remember, if your name gets pulled, you're gonna get an invite to Emotional Bungee Jumpers and Cultivation Crew for 1 month. Let's see what it is. Oh, Ernest, the Pernest. All right, Ernest, I'll be sending you the link, man. And folks, if you're wondering like what that is, or when it is, actually, we do that the second Friday of the month and the fourth Friday of the month. And we've been doing it, 2 years now, Jen?
A little over 2 years, I think, probably.
Yeah. It's been a minute. We've been doing it for a while. And again, the randomizer is not the only way to get in. It's the free way to get in, but you can also sign up and be a member of the community for years.
Also, I can get somebody in for free for a month because I was the winner of the challenge, just so you know. So if someone wants to reach out to me and tell me that they'd like to get in, I'm happy to share my free one with them.
Yeah. What challenge?
The challenge that, oh my gosh, Jesse, I wrote about this. I have a post on it, but every month we have a challenge question that we tell all of our members that are on the call, hey, go ask 3 people this question and then come back and be ready to share your takeaways. And ours was, what experience in 2025 changed the way you're showing up in 2026? And so again, shared it on social media, but also that was our challenge. And so when you come back in and you're sharing, we keep track. And if you are in the top, 3 or 4 of that, you absolutely get to invite somebody for free to come in and check it out. So there's a lot of ways to get in, Jesse. We just want people to show up.
That's it. Look, Ernest is saying, but I've already had a trial. Yes, you have. So you can do it again, or you can gift it to somebody. And so let me know. We'll figure out how to make that happen. You can do it again, or gift it to somebody you know. Yep. Mike says, hearts to you both. Good discussion. Yeah, man. Thank you, Mike. And I hope you're not mad at me because you beat me up. He's a big dude. So I want to drop a question that's I don't have an answer to it,
Okay.
But I want people like the question for people to chew on, particularly leaders, marketing leaders, folks within the, with a lot of authority in the organization. Did I lose it? Yeah, here it is. This is the question. Is your company struggling to attract talent or struggling to let itself be seen? I am going to say, and obviously the whole gist of today's conversation is, I think you're struggling to let your organization, your people, your talent, your culture, you're struggling to let that be seen. That's what I said. I said what I said, right? Call my mom if you don't like it. But anyways, Jen, are we doing an after party today?
We are. We have one scheduled, yes.
Oh shit! I should probably share that link, huh?
It is on the No BS page. Just so you know, I did reshare it on the No BS with Jen and Jess LinkedIn page. It is on my page as a post. So anyway, but if you you can get there that way. I think Jesse will also. But I wanna tackle. I'm not saying I have the answer to this question, but as Jesse's sharing the links in the comments, is your company struggling to attract talent or struggling to let itself be seen? I think the bigger question is, are you struggling to let your people be seen? Because we're really good at promoting our groundbreakings and our topping outs and our ribbon cuttings and all the things. I mean, those are things that we've seen and we watch, and we see buildings and we see some of the amazing things this industry does. Like, we know that, we've been in it, we've watched it, and like we can't argue those things. But someone said this, I saw it on a post recently, is organizations don't build buildings, people do.
Oh yeah.
And so it was one of those that, yes, we want to promote that we are the firm that, contributed to now what's going to impact this industry, this community, this group, this demographic. Like those are so important. Along with, are we promoting the people that did it? That's the struggle sometimes that maybe I see. And struggle maybe is a strong word, but like that firms are missing.
Oh my God, yes. Like think about how many human beings step foot on a job site. Every single one of those human beings is a promotion opportunity. Right? Every single one of, what can I celebrate about Juan Carlos that he did on my job with my company with this client? Like everybody wins, right? What's one thing? What's one lesson? What's one irritation? Like, man, there's so much there. And so I thank you, Jen, for slapping people with that one out. Look, it looks like Adam is threatening Mike to come to emotional budget.
He said I won a little while ago. When have you ever done a challenge question?
No, he never does the damn challenge. But you know what? I think he can win.
Invite him, bring him along. Maybe he'll show up and stay.
Yeah, maybe we won't scare him away. So I don't think he'd be scared. Awesome. So, all right, folks, I put the link for the after party so that we can continue this conversation and get feedback from you. I mean, I think the comments are a good signal. Like this was meaningful and maybe helpful for some people, maybe even therapeutic for some people. The link to the after party is in the comments. So come to the after party if you want to give us some feedback. It's not video, it's all audio. So you don't have to, fix your hair or anything, put your face on. You don't have to have your eyelashes on. Just show up and we'll have conversation. Want to learn from you guys. And also, those after parties is how we figure out what we're going to be talking about on our next live stream, which is coming in 2 weeks from today. So you got any closing thoughts, Jen?
I do have one, and it's kind of it's tied to what we talked about today, but it's kind of a little it's a signal. There's someone that I know and I see him on LinkedIn, and he doesn't post a lot, but he's somebody that works with us, Christian Smith. And I was somehow, I also connected him on Facebook. And so it was not a LinkedIn post, but on Facebook, I saw he posted something that I thought was so cool. He goes, I went to the dentist and I watched them, I did my thing. And then I saw that they told this little boy that he's doing such a good job. And that boy was me. And I felt so good. And like, stop and think about that. Every one of us has something inside of us that just, when someone says, I see you, you're doing a good job, like, keep that up. Like, something in us, that was a little gold star. Somebody put a sticker on our shirt. Like, for him, I mean, he's in our industry. He's leading work. And he posted this on a personal page. Like, hey, this happened. And like, he left there feeling like, man, I'm doing a good, like, again, those are little tiny things that every one of us every day have an opportunity to go. And social media is a cool place to do it. But like, that little bit of, I see you and I like you and I support you and you're doing a good job. Like, it's so simple. And so it's one of those that, as we were talking today, I'm like literally it's that. It's letting people know you see them and that you support them.
Yes. Massive, easy, simple, massive. And so my closing thought is this: help your people showcase your culture, not your website, your people, the human beings that are out there that are delivering the value for the clients that you serve. Because I 100% believe, or am convinced, that is how we're going to leave this industry better than we found it. Now, if you're a scrub and people aren't growing, and you don't value clients and you don't value people, I want to see your crap. But if you do, I want to see more of you and I want to see more of your people. So here we go. We got Mike. He says, I don't know anyone that would get upset about finding bright spots and encouraging others. Go promote the wins, the small wins. Like, absolutely. All right. So the link to the after party's out there, folks. You already know, click the thing. We'll be on there at 9:20, or 10:20, 20 minutes after the hour, whichever time zone you're in. We can dialogue, talk smack, answer questions. I want feedback, of course. And all right, Jen, the music. You ready?
Yes, ready.
Because we have the Valentine dance this month, right?